Hello everybody, it's me, PentaHybrid. It's been a while. Been on hiatus for a while, which is understandable because I was going to and I announced it. But it was long. It was about the time that I had expected and said it was going to be, but in reality, it was longer than it should have been. And there's very specific reasons for that, for why I could have easily made videos over the past 2 weeks and the Super Nintendo, the top 10 SNES games episode of listitis that I put up Friday was zero effort. It was already done. I just uploaded it because it was there and I felt like, hey, it's Friday, why not do it? But I could have come back a while ago, and I just decided not to. There's a lot of factors into that, and I'm going to open this up by talking a little bit about that and about my channel and the status that it was in. I felt very proud of what I was doing. It was, it was fun, it was flourishing, I had fun doing it. The thing is, it was time consuming as hell, and it really wore me down. I had gotten to this place where I was doing so many things at the same time that I was like, oh well, holy crap, it's been 3 weeks since I've done a vlog. Holy crap, I can't believe I forgot to upload a video of this. Oh boy, I don't have anything recorded of this game. I might as well play for a few hours. And it was that mentality where I kept getting newer things, and then I would try and think of like things to put on the back track or the back. It's kind of like a magazine of a gun. Like, I'd have things loaded up, and then when this ended, I would do this, and then when this ended, I would do this, and then when this ended, I would do this, and it was just constantly firing to go with the gun metaphor a bit more. And it was overwhelming for how small my channel really is. And, guys that did the amount of effort I did, I was putting like 60 hours a week into just my videos, which is a lot of time. Listitis takes quite a bit of time. It might not seem like it might not look like it, but your average top 10 video, even without like voice work, even my first like 10, the average amount of time it takes to get all of the editing, the text exactly where you want it, how you want it, this, music spacing, length, how long is it going to take the average person to read this amount of text, and even doing just voiceover stuff. You do voiceover, then you do video footage, then you do sound, you do background music, and there's just a ton of stuff. And the average, just from what I've seen in friends of mine, the average top 10 list between both voicing and just like text-based ones is like 8 to 10 hours. My top 10 SNES list one was the last one I did. I was working, actually, you know what, I can say, because it was announced at the end of that video. If you didn't watch it, I hope you watch it. But my next one I've been working on is my top 10 Kingdom Hearts worlds, or worlds from the Kingdom Hearts games. That one just, I don't know, it was just one of those things that I wrote, and I'm like, I might as well get it out of the way. But before that, the SNES list one took probably around 12 hours to do all the footage, and it's a headache to do those. And on top of that, I was doing Let's Plays, I was doing vlogs, I was spending way too much time on stuff that I didn't need to. Honestly, until I get a little more recognition, or until, I take another break for like a month and I come back and I'm a little bit bigger, or people are starting to know what I am. Until that, or if it ever comes, which is probably a very strong possibility of that not ever happening, which is fine with me because I really don't care how big I get. I'm just glad some people watch it. But until a point, I hit a certain point, and I've set that point in my mind. If and when I get there, I'm not going to announce that because there's no pressure on anybody to do anything, because it's not like it's your job to make me feel like I'm doing something. It's my job to put effort into this and hoping that you guys like it. But I have this milestone in my head, and until that point, I'm going to slow down a shit ton. I've sat back this last week and a half or two, and I've really thought about what I've been doing on my channel, what's necessary, and what have I been doing wrong to myself. the biggest offender of it is I've been trying to knock out all the Let's Plays that I wanted to do. Like, I have this list of games that I want to Let's Play. And it got to the point where, like, I was rushing and I was doing two at the same time, which is fairly common among Let's Players, but I'm not a Let's Player. And then there was this time where I was, like, pushing back games. I mean, Mutant Mudds Deluxe has not seen an episode on my channel to date, and I've been wanting to do that since, like, beginning of May. It's going to be September in a couple of days. I turned 24 the other day, yesterday. So months have gone by since I've done this. I've had these 5 episodes recorded for about a month now. Never seen the light of day. I mean, and the chances of not getting uploaded for a while is very high, and I'll get into that in a little bit when I talk about Mutant Mudds. But right now, I've overwhelmed myself, and I'm going to slow down. And I calculated, and I looked, and I looked at my channel. I looked at some of my stuff, and I'm like, well, that doesn't really need to be there. The main reason I started the channel was to do top 10 lists. And after a while, I wanted to do more effort into them. Do a little bit more production, use actual video footage, use a voiceover, actually use my fancy mic I've had for 5 years. And, put a little more effort into them, and it got to the point where it's like, I can't do one of these a day, and that's kind of where it transitioned into a weekly series. And now it's a series. Now it's an episodic series, one per every Friday. Obviously, the last couple Fridays, except for this one, haven't had one. That's because I was on hiatus, and that's my own issues, and there's plenty of other ones to watch if you haven't. Some of them that haven't gotten watched like almost at all. That's like, really? I thought this one would get a little, like, time-consuming indie one has not had 10 views yet, which is very shocking for my Listitis series. Usually they hover around like 50 to 100, which is a lot to me. But, like, Listitis is the reason I started it. And we're getting very close to the end of Volume 1. I get a lot of questions in my emails, and, like, people send me messages on Twitter, and they're like, why is it called Volume 1? Because it's the first volume. It's going to be 30 episodes, and then it's going to stop. And then it'll get a break. I don't know how long, maybe a week without an episode, maybe 2 weeks without an episode. I don't know, maybe a month. However long I feel like the break should be. It's not going to be like a TV series. Shut up, phone. It's not going to be like a TV series where you go 7 months without seeing it. No, it's going to be maybe a couple of weeks, and then I'll start putting them out again in Volume 2, and at this point, I already have the intro for that done already. It's going to have a different intro, it's going to have a different blah, and that's the big reason I did this. And so, what I want to say is, like, Let's Plays are not going to they're not going to be as fruitful as they have been for me. Like, I've done more Let's Plays than some of my favorite YouTubers or some of my friends have done just in the past couple of months since I started my channel. And I've been knocking them out of the park, and it shouldn't be like that. I think I've done 7. Some of them were shorter, like Leave Me Alone was pretty short, but even still, like FTL, Spelunky Classic, Cave Story Plus, SteamWorld Dig, Papers, Please, Game Dev Tycoon, Leave Me Alone, and Shovel Knight. So it's like 8. It's more than I thought. Still, no way I should have been doing that many. I should have been, like, doing one, having like a week or 2 break, do another one, because I'm not a Let's Player. People come to my channel and they watch my Let's Plays and they compliment me on them. Again, phone. Like, I really hope that's Humble Bundle emailing me back. I bought a Humble Bundle today. A little bit of a side note here. I bought a Humble Bundle today. It was the modern retro game, and it had like 5 games in it. One of them I already owned, and I sent it to my friend. And apparently Humble had this glitch today, or like this server error, where they charged me 3 times for 3 bundles, and I got 3 bundles sent to me. And so I've got, 10 games of copies of games that I already own that I'm not going to use because I already have them. I bought my one bundle, put them into my computer, and all of a sudden my phone's going off, and it's like, here's your receipt, here's your receipt, here's your receipt. I'm like, I didn't buy it 3 times. What are you talking about? So I sent them an email, hoping that they're going to refund me for 2 of those at least. I'll delete them off, the extra copies off my computer. I don't care. I own the games already. I don't want 2 extra copies of each. Yeah, first world problems, but that's like $12 that's $12. I'm actually going to check that real quick. I hope you don't mind. And if you do, I'm not going to edit this out just to frustrate you. Is that Humble Bundle? Are you kidding me? Is this... I'm going to have to check this after I'm done with this video. I think I just got charged again. That's 4. That's officially $18 I don't need to spend. Oh, if I go onto my Humble Bundle and I have 3 or 4 copies of 5 different games, I'm going to be so mad right now. I'm going to be so mad. Anyway, yeah, Let's Plays are going to be a little more scarce. I mean, there's a bunch of games I do want to Let's Play, but in the sanctity of my time and my sanity, I'm not going to do them all at once. Obviously, I want to do them. Obviously, I'd like to keep continuing Mutant Muds and get that done and get that out of the way because it's been way too long since I wanted to do it at first. And now I have this feeling that if I start playing it again, I won't enjoy it as much as I would have at first, or the first 5 episodes I did. But I think I will. I don't think I have to worry about that. But, what was I going to say? Yeah, Let's Plays won't be as frequent. I'll be spacing them out like most people who aren't Let's Players do. Like, every now and then I'll play a game, record it, and put it up for you. But yeah, Mutant Muds, it'll get done when there's time for it. It might get postponed again. I'm not gonna lie. I know some of you voted for it. It obviously won the voting. And so it's going to have to be the next Let's Play that I put up because you guys asked for it, and then inconveniently I went on hiatus right at the time that it was going to start, but it was just inconvenient timing. I mean, you can't control that. It's real life problems, and if you have a problem with that, you can unsub and go away because you have real life problems of your own, and I'm not going to condemn you for having to deal with them first before you talk to a camera. But yeah, like, Mutant Muds will be the next one I probably upload. It's when I have time for it. Yes, I know. I've had people already tell me while I was on hiatus, like, oh, well, you could still upload those 5 episodes and let us enjoy those. And I'm like, but then there won't be a 6th one. For God knows how long. I've been that. I've been that viewer. I've been that fan who's watching something and be like, oh, and then it pauses. And then it's like 4 months before the next one comes out. And it's like, it's frustrating. It's like TV shows. It's like if a TV show's halfway through a season and gets canceled, you're going to be mad. But it's like I try not to get mad at them because it's that they probably had shit going on. Just like I have shit going on. Like, I worked a 12-hour day yesterday on Sunday on my birthday, which is awesome. Not sarcasm. I'm not sarcastic like most people think I am. I enjoy working on my birthday because I don't celebrate my birthday. And I worked a 12-hour day, so I got off at 4 in the morning this morning. And then I went back into work early today, and I got 3 hours of sleep, so I had a very tough day. Mutant Muds will get done when there's time for it. As far as Listitis goes, yes, as I mentioned already, its Volume 1 is getting close to the end. I think we have 2 more episodes to go. There's going to be the Kingdom Hearts Worlds, and then the 30th one, 29. Yeah, the 30th one. So, which I already know what it is. I already have the list written. I just have to make the video. And I'm thinking that one's going to be an exciting conclusion to the first volume because it's something that I haven't done since like the beginning of Listitis, where it is more character-based, and it's also something that I find is lacking in modern gaming and I think needs to be talked about more. And instead of just... you'll see when it comes around and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Look forward to the finale of Volume 1 of Listitis. And so... moving on to this next thing, I announced on Twitter as of today while I was at work that I am, accepting to finally do a Pokemon Nuzlocke challenge. And I'm going to choose my first Nuzlocke game as Pokemon Sapphire because it is my favorite Pokemon game. Obviously, I'd like to say Gold is my favorite. They're very closely tied, but the thing that Sapphire had over Gold was it was a generation later, and so there were Gen 2 and Gen 1 Pokemon in it, and so... and the Gen 3 had really good starters. I mean, Gen 2 had Cyndaquil, Trico, and whatever her bitch face is. But I remember all of the Gen 3 guys. I mean, Trico, that fucking fire guy, which all of a sudden, as now that I mentioned that I know them all, now for some reason I can't remember the fire guy. Who's the fire starter in Gen 3? Trico, Mudkip, and... This is coming from the guy who has never chosen a fire starter in my entire tenure as a Pokemon trainer. It's always water type. I mean, I choose grass type in Gen 3 because Trico's the shit. I mean, I played between Mudkip and Trico usually. Mudkip is a badass, and Trico's just freaking... Grovyle is just a beast. Who's the fire guy? I'm gonna have to Google this. I'm getting mad at myself. Who's the fire guy in Gen 3? Excuse me while I go in my fucking Torchic. Oh my god. Torchic. How come I didn't think Torchic? I feel like a fool. But yeah, Torchic. As I'm getting all cocky, like, oh, I remember all the Gen 3 guys, and all of a sudden this guy's gone. Torchic, yeah. The Nuzlocke Challenge. For those of you that don't know what the Nuzlocke Challenge is, it's a very interesting challenge created by people, I believe, on a comic series. And most people just accept it and do it without knowing what it is. And what the Nuzlocke Challenge is it's a dedicated set of rules for Pokemon games which are notoriously easy. And it's basically setting a difficulty level for your Pokemon games. And it's fantastic the way they designed it, is because it makes it feel rewarding. It makes you, as you'll notice in the rules when I explain them in my Nuzlocke video, which I'm not going to get into too depth of, but now because I want to do a Nuzlocke video explaining the actual Nuzlocke challenge. But basically, it makes you appreciate Pokemon as just a whole, instead of just Pokemon that you're like, oh, fucking Oddish. You'll love Oddish because he's the only guy you can get. And it's not an in-game function, but it's self-imposed on yourself. And so you have to accept the rules and say, shit, I have to do it. It originates from a comic series, I believe just called Nuzlocke. And it's about a C-Dot that has the face of John Locke from Lost. And he's just a gag character, and it was just called Nuzlocke because Nuzleaf is the evolved C-Dot. Also Gen 3. And basically the main two basic rules. I mean, there's a lot of basic rules, but the most basic two rules that no Nuzlocke can be considered Nuzlocke without is if a Pokemon faints, it is dead. You go to your PC and you release it. There's no second chances, no revives. It is dead, essentially, and you release it from your party. And the second thing is the player character you can only catch the first, not the first species, the first Pokemon that you run into in each area. Everything else is a wild battle, you kill it for experience. The first Pokemon, you run into a Zubat in a Zubat cave, you're catching a goddamn Zubat, or you can't catch anything else for that area. You kill it, or you run out of Pokeballs, that's it. You can't catch the next Zubat, you can't catch the next Nidoran male. Nothing else for that area can possibly become yours. It is now just an experience game. There's also stuff where there's things where you can, like, especially coming into Gen 3, which is I think where it started, which I'll have to run into probably. If you run into a wild double battle where there's two Pokemon, the player gets to choose between the one or two, but usually, like, people who do Nuzlockes of Gold or, like, first or second gen, they don't have to deal with that, but people who, like, from Gen 3 on will have to. But there's basically like that. I mean, there's obviously tons of rules you can go by. There's very difficult challenges you can do, but those are the basic challenges. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you black out or white out, which in Pokemon terms is where all of your Pokemon in your party are dead, it's game over. You retry. There's no continuing. You can't load a save. Your game is essentially over. It is a type of game style that I enjoy, modern games, and it's a type of game style that most games are trying to pick up now since the Dark Souls craze has, kicked in gamers' minds. But yeah, it's something that I've been interested in for a while. I mean, it got mentioned to me years ago. Not years ago. Maybe years ago. It might have been years ago. When I was playing Fire Red. And they're like, so have you ever considered doing the hard mode? I'm like, what do you mean hard mode? They said, hard mode, it's the Nuzlocke challenge. If something dies, it's dead, you release it, and you can only catch one Pokemon in each area. And I'm like, Why would anybody do that? And then it kind of piqued my interest. I started watching people do it. I read a little bit more on it. I have a flow chart file on my computer. I've had it for a while now, and I read through it. I'm like, well, I don't know how far I want to. It's very interesting, and I considered doing it for a long time. And it wasn't until I started this channel that I was like, you know what, that could be an actual Let's Play almost. I wouldn't call it a Let's Play. It would probably be called just Pentahybrids Pokemon Sapphire Nuzlocke is a really long name, but I'd figure something out. It won't be a Let's Play though, because Nuzlocke challenges are not a Let's Play, because it could be one part. My starter Pokemon could faint in the first rival battle. You never know. But yeah, I mean, aside from that, like, there's nothing else I really want to talk about. I mean, there's not really a reason to make this video except just to kind of catch you guys up and let you understand what's going on in my mind. Maybe you'll understand. If you don't understand, I apologize for you not being able to understand the simple things that I'm saying. I'm not going to apologize for my behavior because it's my life and I can choose what I want to do. YouTube is not a priority to me. I enjoy doing it. It's a hobby. And if that's not enough for you, then you can go watch somebody else and get addicted to their videos. But what have I been playing, now that I'm talking about, because obviously I haven't been doing anything on YouTube, but what have I been playing? I haven't been playing much. I don't play many games outside of, like, let me be honest. The Let's Plays I did for you guys was the most I've played games in a long time. I put a solid 89 hours in Dark Souls 2, and that's the last time I put even 20 hours into a game. I don't play many video games as I used to. But what have I been playing? I played a couple of games on Steam. I just recently played Cook Serve Delicious, which is a weird, restaurant sim game on PC, which I find quite fun. That's just the way it is. But it's weird because it's actually like a restaurant sim. It's not like Cookville or whatever is on Facebook, where it's like, click, make a burger, and then wait 4 hours, and then click on it again to serve it. No, you're tapping hotkeys and trying to put the salt on the fries, and you forget the salt, and the guy walks away pissed. You don't get a tip. It's frustrating. It's very hard. I got a perfect day. I got 60 customers perfect. Health inspector passed it. No rodents, nothing like that. And now I'm working on raising my star level to hopefully 2 stars, which would land me quite a bit more things to unlock. But basically, that's what I've been playing. I've been playing Valda's Story, Abyssal City, which is sort of this pseudo Metroidvania game. I mean, it calls itself a Metroidvania, but it doesn't really have the Metroidvania needs because it's got a story. You're not just dropped into this world with nothing and have to figure out things and go to different ways. You kind of get told where to go, but you get told when you get a new upgrade. So it's a pseudo. It's like a soft core Metroidvania, but it's still fun. Its music is fantastic. I got in touch with the guy and told him that his music was phenomenal because it's such a good soundtrack. And it's an indie game, which makes me even like it more because it's a couple of guys made it. But that's getting blurred lines nowadays. I remember when indie was just indie. I hate it nowadays. It's like, but I want to be an indie developer, so I'm going to make a really shitty game and then get it on Steam Greenlight. Most of the games on Steam Greenlight are utter horse crap. In fact, most of the games that are on Steam are utter horse crap. Just shameful the amount of games that are getting released nowadays on PC ever since the indie craze. Everybody thinks they're a game designer when you're not a fucking game designer. Your game is crap. Go back to school and teach or do push-ups. Something. Do something creative. Not make a game and then make people pay $15 for 5 seconds of yay. Anyway, that's what I've been pretty much playing. I haven't been playing much else. Well, okay, I've tested out a couple of games, but I didn't really play them too much. I mean, Volgar the Viking, I couldn't play too much of that game because I can feel the addiction happening. I felt it right in my forearms as I'm holding the controller. I could feel this is going to be another Metroid Prime where I miss school because it's that good. That game is phenomenal. God, that game's phenomenal. It's so hard, too. It's challenging. It makes you bite your nails every time something happens. Like, shit, I lost my shield. And then you're like, oh, I gotta fucking not get hit until the next box or chest. Probability Zero is another one I've been kind of playing. That might be Let's Play material. I don't know how good of a quality Let's Play that would be. Maybe more of a standalone video and random encounters. Just me playing it and dying. Probably. It's not a Let's Play material. Couple of Game Jolt indies that I've been playing, which I can't exactly mention because I don't really want to. I mean, I'd love to spread the word about them, but I'd like to do a video on them first to show you the game, because it's very hard to describe an indie game without footage of it, because it'll just sound like every other indie game. Like, oh, you platform? Yeah, you platform. You, there's bad guy. Yeah, it's very hard to describe without showing it, because they each have their own unique art style and stuff. So that's basically what I've been playing. This is going for too long. This is going for a lot longer than I wanted it to be. I'll probably have to squeeze it down to about less time than it is right now. Good God. I'll be going to bed shortly. I gotta work tomorrow. But before I leave, thank you to everybody who subbed in my absence. I've noticed the counter going up every now and then. Like, I'm at 33 as of this morning. I got a new sub, which is strange because not all of them are public. Sometimes I just log on and I have another one, and I'm like, oh, well, that didn't get announced to me. I didn't get an email. But thank you to whoever subscribed to me. Thanks to those even who are private, and I can't thank you personally because I don't know who you are. But more so to the public people, because those are just fantastic. Every time I get an email, it's like, beep, beep, and the person subscribed to your channel, and I'm like, fucking hey. Chances of you unsubbing in a week is very high, but thank you for being here right now. And thank you to everybody who's subbed until this video has come out, and thank you to everybody who has subbed 5 years from now while this video is old as balls and is watching it out of date. Thank you to everybody who's been watching my videos, even while I was gone. I mean, I kind of knew it was going to happen because, you know, it just does. I mean, I don't have to be making a video for you to watch it. There's lots of inactive YouTubers that keep racking up views. But thank you all. Thank you to everybody who's been there by my side on this channel. Thank you to everybody who has been behind my back, not even just on YouTube, but in real life behind this channel. There's a couple of friends in real life who knew exactly how much effort goes into my videos, and they think that I deserve far more than I'm getting, and I say, I think I'm just doing fine. If this was a profession, if I was hoping to achieve success and get 1 million subscribers and make $100,000 a month, then I'd be disappointed. But I have 33 subscribers, and I'm doing fairly fantastic for somebody who doesn't give a shit about the channel as much as the millionaires do. So, not that I don't give a shit about the channel. I love all of you. I love this channel. I love doing this stuff, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. There's guys that make their life off of this stuff, and that's not me. So thank you all very much. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy my stuff, and hope you understand all of what I've explained, and I hope you you can look forward to seeing my Nuzlocke explanation video coming up very shortly. And I don't know when I'm going to do it because I'm probably just going to piss off more people by postponing Mutant Muds. So we'll see if I can finish Mutant Muds. We'll give it a try. We'll try and finish Mutant Muds, get that out of the way finally, and then we'll work on the Nuzlocke challenge. And I might do more than one Pokemon game. I might do Gold, I might do Sapphire, I might do Fire Red. You never know. But yeah, thank you all for watching. You guys are awesome. My name is PentaHybrid. Click that subscribe button if you enjoy anything that I put out and you want to support me and make me happy. Click that like button if you enjoy the video. You don't have to click like on all my videos. If you watch the video and you like it, click like. Don't just click on it and click like because you feel like it's helping, because unless you're watching the video, your like is false, and I don't like that. That's an unlike for me. I want you to watch the video, and if you truly like it, then you can click like. Because when I see like 4, 5, 6, whatever likes, I assume that many people liked the video. So, do that if you like my stuff. Comment down below letting me know your thoughts and feelings. Tell me what you think of the Nuzlocke challenge. If you've done a Nuzlocke challenge, let me know how emotional it is, because I've seen people break down when they lose a Pokemon that they feel deeply about. And I thought long and hard, very quick outro, I promise. I thought long and hard about all the Pokemon games, all the campaigns, all the story modes. I think I've beaten Gold probably like 7 times. I've beaten Red like 6 times. I've beaten Sapphire 3 times. I've beaten Ruby twice. I've beaten Fire Red 4 times. I said 3 and then I thought, I was like, no, I had to beat it 4. because I started twice with Squirtle. And I thought long and hard about all the Geodudes in my parties throughout history that have fainted, and all of Geos that might have never been seen again, and all the Elite Four battles that I won because of my Geodudes. And I was like, I don't want to lose them. I don't want to lose my Pokemon. It's just making my heart pound. I'm very scared about this Nuzlocke challenge because I heard it seems silly, but I heard it's heart-wrenching, and I've played games like that. I've lost 180,000 souls in Dark Souls, and I want to bite the controller in half, and it's just like, oh my god, that's 10 hours of grinding. I mean, I've lost party members in Fire Emblem games. It's that moment. That's what it is. They said it's a mixture between Fire Emblem's party loss and like something else. I don't remember, but it's just something I'm looking forward to. Please let me know if you have survival stories. Let me know down below if you have utter failures about Nuzlocke. Don't be ashamed. Let me know down below, because I'm doing it for the first time ever. Even, I really wanted to, and I'm going to be doing it in front of a public audience. Please let me know down below what you think of the Nuzlocke challenge. Any hints, tips, that's fine. Whether or not I listen to them, I may not, but there's a chance that I will look at them and maybe understand them. But you guys are awesome. Thanks for watching this. I have to edit this real quick before I go to bed because I want to put it up tomorrow morning. You guys are awesome. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you the next time on whatever I put up next. Probably Nuzlocke explanation. Catch you later.